Two things you do not need as a small business owner. Good day, welcome to Gbade Business TV, and today I'll be discussing with you two things you do not need as a small business owner. Yes, number one, you do not need investors. I know this might sound controversial because every now and then you hear people say they need money for their business. But you see, as a small business owner, there's a high probability that you are yet not experienced, you are inexperienced. And as a result of that, the kind of investors you also attract will be inexperienced investors. Yes, we have investors and we have experienced investors. And believe me, you are not ready for the struggles and the troubles of inexperienced investors. Because inexperienced investors, all they have to offer you is money. And believe me, money alone will not get the job done. So when you collect money from investors and things go south, these inexperienced investors are going to drag you. Number two, as a small business owner, there's every tendency that if you go for this money from investors, from inexperienced investors, you are going to spend this money on things that you could avoid. Yes, you are going to incur some unnecessary expenses, believe me you. Why? Because you are inexperienced. So as a small business owner, you do not need investors, you need customers. What you actually need for your business is customers. Go after customers. Get customers. Get enough customers that you can get. Are you getting me? So you do not need investors. Remember what I said earlier, when things go south, these people are going to drag you, because what inexperienced investors can only offer you is money, and they will ask you what are they going to get back in return. So when you promise them so amount of interest, and if it fails, you're going to be in serious troubles. Because as a small business owner, when you meet real investors who are experienced, they are going to ask you some questions. They are going to place you on a hot seat that will make you go back to your drawing board to actually do what? To actually look into the business again. Because real investors are experienced and they are after the security of their funds. They want to be sure that when they hand over their millions to you, it's actually safe with you and it's going to reproduce back. Are you getting me now? But an inexperienced investor is only concerned about how much you want to offer him or her. An inexperienced investor, it does not care whether your idea or your business is realistic or not. Whether there's a market for your idea or your business, an inexperienced investor will not ask you that. Whether you have competitors, an inexperienced investor will not ask you that. And remember what I said earlier. As a small business owner, there's every tendency that the kind of investors you are going to attract if you go after getting investors are inexperienced investors. Yes, there's every high tendency that experienced investors will not release their funds to you. And so when you get funds from this kind of investors, you're actually setting yourself up for trouble, because there's every tendency that things will go south, that things will not work out. Now, secondly, as a small business owner, you do not need what I call excessive marketing. Why? Because you don't have the strength. Remember now, we're trying to use our minimum resource to get maximum results. Our minimum resources to get maximum results. Are you getting me now? So as a result, we cannot afford to go for excessive marketing. Yes. So as a small business owner, you need what I call productive marketing. Are you getting me now? You do not need excessive marketing. You don't have the budgeting strength of Coca-Cola, and you cannot be everywhere like MTN. So the few places you have to ensure that those places are productive. Let me give you an example. When I was to start all over in my entrepreneurial journey, at first I co-founded a business with someone and things went south. So I had to pull out of the partnership and I had to restart all over again. Now this time around, I need to look into marketing and how we are going to push what we are selling to the public. Then what we did was that we actually stayed out Saturdays. We selected Saturdays to go out for marketing. What we did at first was that we printed 1,000 flyers, and every Saturdays and public holidays, my team and I, we go out for marketing. Then we designed the flyer in such a way that there's a space for feedback. So we get their names, we get their phone number, we ask them which of our services they are interested in, because we were actually into the business of issuing POS devices. We issue POS devices to businesses to receive payment, and then for those who are interested in agency banking business, we register businesses with Corporate Affairs Commission. We organize savings program, people save with us, and we actually offer BTU services. Our website is www.topupnow.com.ng. So these were the products and services we started with. Are you getting me? And every Saturday and public holidays, any public holidays, we declare market stop. We go out, we go from shops to shops, we meet individuals one-on-one. We started from our locality and we printed 1,000 flyers. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? Now, at first, when we look into marketing, one of the options that came on board was actually radio advertisement. Now, one of the questions we had to answer was that how productive is the radio advertisement going to be? How many times do people hear our jingle on radio before and they decide to patronize us? Are you getting me? And you need to understand this. Marketing is not cheap. Advertisement is expensive. And remember, as a small business owner, we don't have the budget to go for excessive marketing. Rather, we are going for productive marketing. Are you getting me now? So we have to cut off radio advertisement. It's not going to work. It's going to work, but we were not having the budget then. So we needed to start offline. One-on-one direct marketing was what we did in our own case. In your own case, the service you are rendering, you might need to run a Facebook ad on the internet. But what I'm saying is, make use of the barest minimum resources that you have to get a maximum output, and later on you can now begin to scale up your marketing budget. Are you getting me? Take for instance the Facebook ad I talked about. Let's say for you now, the service you are rendering requires you to actually advertise online via Facebook advert. You can set to start with, let's say, 1,000 naira per day. 1,000 naira per day, that's 30,000 naira in a month. Then after a month, you see how productive it is. Are you getting? Because you have to test different avenues of marketing and advertisement and see that which produces very well for you. Do you get me now? So when you do 30,000 naira in a month, then you can now decide to scale higher. You can now begin to do 30,000 naira in a week. Are you getting me? Remember, we are cutting off investors and we are going for customers. As a result, the resources we have with us are limited, and we are looking for a way to actually do what? We are actually looking for a way to maximize the little resources that we have. Do we get that now? So as a small business owner, what I want you to get today is that, number one, you do not need investors. Believe me, you do not need investors. You actually need customers. You do not need excessive marketing. You need what I call productive marketing. Yes, you have to follow up every cent, every kobo that you put into marketing to the letter and see how productive it is. So as a small business owner, what you go after is productive marketing, not excessive marketing. You implement productive marketing and you cut off investors, because believe me, you are not ready for their trouble. Yes, and you go after customers. Thank you very much. Once again, my name is Gbade Bamidele and I'm your host on Gbade Business TV. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do want to subscribe. I'll be bringing you more values that is going to help your personal finances and it's going to help your businesses. Thank you.